There is immense power in silence. In a world filled with noise, chatter, and distractions, silence becomes the ultimate strength. To be silent is not merely to refrain from speaking, but to step into a realm where you can truly hear your soul. Silence is where you align with the divine and become receptive to the whisper of creation. It is in the stillness that transformation occurs, and in solitude, we access the infinite within us. When you cut contact with the external, you grant yourself the gift of rediscovering your essence. The constant connections we maintain often anchor us to old stories, to identities that no longer serve us, and to energies that dilute our power. By severing these ties, you liberate yourself from the limitations imposed by the opinions and expectations of others. You begin to realize that everything you seek resides not in the external world, but within you. In silence, clarity arises. The mental fog created by the endless noise of the world dissipates, and the mind becomes still, like a calm lake reflecting the vast sky. You start to see yourself as you truly are, not as the world has shaped you to be. This clarity allows you to focus on what truly matters, to align with your deepest desires, and to manifest them effortlessly. Cutting contact is not an act of rejection or avoidance, it is an act of self-preservation. It is a sacred withdrawal to recharge, to realign, and to reconnect with your divine purpose. The moments of solitude you carve out for yourself are not acts of isolation, but profound declarations of self-love. You are choosing to honor your inner being, to protect your energy, and to cultivate the garden of your mind. Silence is where faith is born. In the absence of external validation, you learn to trust in the unseen, to believe in the power of your imagination, and to hold steadfast to your vision. In this sacred quietude, your inner world becomes a sanctuary, a place where your dreams take root and begin to flourish. You realize that you are the architect of your reality, and silence is the blueprint through which you design the life you desire. When you step into silence and detach from the external, you become unshakable. You no longer depend on the fleeting approval of others, nor do you sway in the face of adversity. Instead, you stand firm, rooted in the truth of who you are and the certainty of your purpose. This quiet strength is a beacon of light, guiding you through the storms of life and illuminating the path to your highest self. Silence is not an escape, it is an empowerment. It is not a void, but a fullness, a space where you commune with the divine and harness the infinite power within you. By embracing silence and cutting all contacts, you ascend beyond the noise of the world and into the profound stillness where miracles are born. The power of silence cannot be overstated. It is not a passive act, but an intentional and dynamic state of being. To withdraw from the external noise is to reclaim the energy you have unknowingly dispersed. It is to recognize that your thoughts and emotions are sacred, and they deserve a space where they can be nurtured and refined without interference. Silence is not merely the absence of sound, it is the presence of depth, where you meet the divine within. When you cut all contacts, you are not severing ties out of anger or resentment, but stepping into a space of higher understanding. The relationships and connections that once defined you begin to reveal their true purpose. Some were meant to teach you lessons, others to challenge your growth, and some to mirror your own inner conflicts. But when their purpose has been fulfilled, clinging to them becomes a burden. By releasing them, you free both yourself and others from the chains of dependency and allow each soul to journey forward on its own path. In this silence, you find the courage to face yourself. This is not always an easy task. The world often keeps us busy, distracted, and entangled so that we avoid the raw truths that dwell within us. Yet it is in this confrontation that transformation occurs. You begin to unravel the layers of conditioning, fear, and doubt that have obscured your true essence. You discover the strength to forgive yourself for past mistakes, to release guilt, and to embrace the infinite potential that lies dormant within you. Silence becomes your teacher. It reveals to you the patterns of your mind, the rhythm of your thoughts, and the emotions that guide your actions. In the quiet, you observe without judgment, gaining insight into the forces that shape your reality. This awareness is a powerful gift. It enables you to choose your thoughts with intention, to release those that do not serve you, and to cultivate those that align with your highest vision. As you remain silent, the need for external validation diminishes. The opinions, judgments, and expectations of others lose their grip on you. You begin to understand that their perceptions are reflections of their own inner worlds and have little to do with your truth. In this newfound freedom, you no longer feel compelled to explain yourself, to justify your choices, or to seek approval. You stand firm in your authenticity, guided by an inner compass that leads you toward your highest good. Cutting all contacts allows you to recalibrate your energy. The relationships and interactions you maintain require an exchange of energy, and not all exchanges are equal. Some connections uplift and inspire you, while others drain and deplete you. By stepping away, you gain the clarity to discern which relationships are worth nurturing and which are not. You learn to prioritize your well-being, to set boundaries, and to protect your energy as a sacred resource. In this silence, you become attuned to the voice of intuition. It is a soft and subtle whisper that is often drowned out by the noise of the world. Yet this voice is your truest guide, leading you toward your purpose with unwavering precision. As you listen, you begin to trust its wisdom, to act on its guidance, and to witness the synchronicities that unfold when you align with your divine path. The act of silence and detachment is a declaration of faith. It is an affirmation that you believe in the power of the unseen, that you trust in the unfolding of divine timing, and that you are willing to surrender control to a higher power. In this surrender, you find peace. You release the need to force outcomes, to chase after what is not meant for you, and to resist the flow of life. Instead, you align with the natural rhythm of the universe, allowing its abundance to flow to you effortlessly. The world often mistakes silence for weakness, but those who have experienced it know that it is the ultimate strength. To be silent is to be unshakable in your resolve, to hold your ground in the face of adversity, and to remain calm amidst chaos. It is the strength of knowing that your worth is not determined by the noise around you, but by the infinite power within you. When you cut all contacts, you give yourself the gift of solitude. Solitude is not loneliness, it is the joy of being with yourself. It is a space where you can dream without limits, create without judgment, and love without conditions. It is where you reconnect with the divine spark that resides within you and remember that you are a creator of your reality. In silence, you begin to understand the law of assumption. What you assume to be true in your inner world becomes your outer reality. The silence allows you to cultivate thoughts of abundance, joy, and love, planting seeds that will bloom into a life beyond your imagination.